Well, let's see. Microphone is on. The computer says we're alive. So that must mean we are set to go. Let me turn my radio down here. So it is, there's a little fly in my house driving me crazy, guys. It is Saturday night. The wife is gone out at a wedding. So I figure, and there's nothing good on TV right now. A bunch of old reruns. And as much as I like reruns, I figure it's time to maybe go live and see what kind of trouble we all can cause tonight. So let's see. What is happening in y'all's world? Joe, appreciate you being here. How are you? Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Ours is pretty good. You know, we didn't really do we had people over, just another couple. So there's only 4 of us plus the dogs. And the dogs had a great time because I give them lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of human food that I shouldn't give them, but that's what I do. So they got a lot of turkey. And because one thing is, Lorelai and I really, aren't that big into turkey. We made one. She made one. Have you guys seen it on Facebook? She posted her Thanksgiving photos on Facebook. So they came out really nice. She did a great job on the turkey as always. And what else did we have? So we had turkey. That's why the doggies get so much of it because we're not gonna eat it. Henry's in the house. Henry, yes, you did not miss it this time. Down there in the great state of Mississippi, where it's probably warmer than it is here. How was your Thanksgiving? I'm sure we appreciate you giving us a thumbs up and shouting us out. Talking a little bit about Thanksgiving and anything else you guys want to talk about. Remember, my live streams are usually all about you and how much trouble I can cause. So James is in the house. James, we appreciate you being there or being here and all of that good stuff. James and I were having a good conversation just a few minutes ago. Same with Henry and I. We're chatting earlier today. So Thanksgiving. So Lorelai made a turkey. We don't really like turkey. My dog's looking at me going, turkey, turkey. She keeps hearing the food word, and my dog's eyes are just getting. So, Joe, we appreciate you sharing it out to the community. It was pretty good. So Henry says he had a good one. We had turkey. It was good turkey, but yeah, it's turkey. And what else did we have? Oh, we had fruit. I know you guys know I really like fruit. I'm a big fruit eater. I know I'm fat, but yes, I'm a big fruit eater. I did make some homemade cornbread muffins. I made mussel soup. My wife and the other, Filipinos really like the mussel soup. We made some of that. Our friends brought sushi bake and his adobo from his part of the Philippines, which is different from where my wife is from. So apparently, it's a regional thing there in the Philippines. And I didn't eat any of the adobo, I forgot. And plus, I'm not really a big fan of adobo. So, and what else have we had? We did have a store-bought cherry pie that I had to bake, and it kind of sucked. But we don't eat a lot of dessert. I know I'm fat and it looks like I eat dessert every day, all the day, but it's not the case. We had alcohol. I drank a Red Horse, and we had a couple bottles of wine between friends. I should have brought you my birthday gift. What else? What else did we have? I know there was more than that. What did we have? James says, yeah, Paul the O-Dog, new tricks. He's on a live. and he says about eight expats die every year in the Philippines. You know, I would think that, I guess it depends on, James, your definition of how you're defining an expat. If you're talking about, white Americans, probably. If you're talking about Koreans and the Chinese and everybody else, I'm sure it's a much, much larger number. Much larger number. They're the folks from Pakistan. There's a lot of expats there, not just, us Americans. But it wouldn't surprise me if from time to time there's about 8 Americans who pass away in the Philippines. A lot of guys go there when they're elderly so that their fiance or their wife can take care of them, because as we all know, luckily for us who are married to a Filipina, and we all encourage you to marry a Filipina. And now remember, we were talking earlier, you got to, I forgot what I was going to say earlier. Crap. But anyway, man, my brain, I'm getting old. I'll have to find it and say it again. But a lot of the guys go there. Obviously, they're already elderly, usually, when they go to the Philippines or Thailand. So the odds of them dying, percentage-wise, would be much higher than the ratio here if you stayed in the United States. So I don't think the Philippines is any more dangerous health-wise for foreigners. I do believe the problem comes in if you do get sick there, or if you do have health problems in your advanced stage, you're screwed. And that was part of our problem in the Philippines. Henry says it's been a while since I've had Red Horse and been looking for some now. Woo, yeah. I say you're in Mississippi. You might be able to get them out of Florida. You might be able to get Red Horse out of Florida. Joe says that was his best choice. Joe, that was your. You're right. It was your best choice. Nobody else would have you, Joe. So just kidding. Joe was smart enough to latch on. He's like, uh-oh, I got to find that. What was James and I talking about earlier? Man, my brain doesn't work. Yank in the Philippines. I've dropped the link. If anybody wants to come up, I'll try to post it again. Let me find it so you guys can come up into the panel. We got room for anybody that wants to come up in the panel. Perfection. James, what were we talking about earlier today? And I told you that I learned not to be looking for this. And when I quit looking for it, it improved my job and my job performance and my relationships. What was that word? I can't look it up because I'm. What were we talking about, James? We're talking about women. We're talking about looking for women that are too perfect. Was it? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember the word, James. So the Yank is in the house, by the way. Everybody say hello to the Yank. Mr. Yank, how are you these days? James is saying hello to the Yank. Here's the link to come up in the panel. You guys are welcome to join me. Please wear clothes. Don't come up in my panel all naked unless you're, well, I'm married, so don't come up in my panel all nakedy. What were we talking about? Man. So, but I believe that. I believe that 8 Americans or white foreigners maybe is what he means, because it is kind of considered expats as being the white guys from other countries. But a lot of those guys go there to live out their days, and what else are they going to do? They don't have any family back home usually that they need to come back to. And so, yeah, I think it is pretty common. It wouldn't surprise me if a good 8 of them so pass away. Let's see what's going on here. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? I was telling you about mine. We did have a red horse and some Stella Rose wine. Those friends came over. They brought me a birthday gift, a very surprise birthday gift, which was shocking to me, but greatly appreciated. It was one of the things I've been dreaming about for quite a while, and they brought me one. Mr. Yank, how are you today? Ah, that good. Wow. So that's exciting. The Yank didn't get to have Thanksgiving because he's in the Philippines, and we know how the Filipino people don't like Thanksgiving. Henry is saying hello to everybody. Joe is saying, same suds, different day. Yeah, Thanksgiving isn't the holidays aren't that exciting anymore when you get older. Holidays truly are for the kids, I think. Um, like I've said before, since my grandparents had passed away, um, who cares? I only liked holidays because I got to go see them. Not close to my brothers and sisters. I got a brother that lives, 5 hours away, and the other brother I was close to is dead from alcohol. So, what are you going to
Like,
do?
yeah, they eat telling turkey around here and you get a chicken.
So, did you have a chicken for Thanksgiving then?
But that's about the only really one I used to like a lot as an adult. Christmas, I care less.
So, how's that the fancy truck going? You got a thousand
That's,
miles on it yet?
no, it's all covered up. I only drove it once for a little bit.
Well, that's all right. You got to protect it. Out there with the weather, you definitely want to protect it.
Is there an echo somewhere? No.
Well, I heard one earlier from you. It sounded like my voice is coming through your computer or something.
Well, let me see, muted it, I believe. I did. Uh, it's muted. So what's happening? It's cold down there in Arkansas.
Yeah, it's a little chilly. It got to be a really nice day. I went out in the garage for a few hours. Well, I was trying to build my birthday present, but it didn't work too well. It worked, but it just pissed me off.
Build your birthday present.
Yeah, assemble it, and but it just kind of made me mad. So I came in.
When's your birthday?
Oh, I bought or Lorelai bought me. See, guys, James, Henry, Joe. If you guys get a good wife, she'll
I
buy
know.
you. She'll buy you good things. My
Yeah,
wife.
there you go. Exercise. You need to exercise more.
That's it. So we actually got a. This is the TST electric bicycle.
Oh, wow.
So
There you go. You're gonna fall off of there, look like a turtle on the shell trying to get up.
hey, man, back a few years ago, I used to ride 20 miles a day, 3 to 4 days a week on a bicycle, on a regular bicycle. Now, granted, I'm not as healthy as I was back then, but that's part of why I bought the electric bike is to assist with that.
Oh,
So, but I was putting it together, and I'll do some videos on it. But I didn't finish it because I got tired.
you can walk right out of Walmart with it already assembled.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to buy an electric bike from Walmart.
Oh no, okay, I was thinking the wrong thing. I'm thinking regular bike. No, that's not very good for exercise. It defeats the purpose.
What's that?
You know. I mean, for you could have the one you have in the house. And then you could pump your legs as much as you want to.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's probably the easiest form of exercise.
Well, the bike did come about 80% assembled, but I got really stumped on putting the kickstand on.
Well, ended up 10% of the headache,
You know,
20%.
it took me 30 minutes to figure out how to put a damn kickstand on a bike.
Oh Lord,
I'm
yeah,
like, oh my God, how stupid have I become in my old age?
you need help. You're old. Dude. How old are you now?
74.
74. Okay.
I just turned
54.
74 December the 1st.
54.
So, but I know I only look 21.
You're
So,
54, right? Yeah. Well, young
um,
pup. So
I'm only 50.
50. Oh, it's like
Yeah,
40 years ago. It's 50. Jeez.
I'm not
I
old
ain't,
like you old guys.
I ain't kidding you, man. We get to that 60, boom, they start clipping away. Oh,
Yeah. So, what
not
are you
my,
doing today in the Philippines? What's happening over there?
I have no idea. I got a cold, so the last 2 days, so I'm just hanging out here in bed.
You been sleeping under the air conditioner too much?
No, we got fans up here. No air in the squad. My stomach is not hanging over my belt buckle. My belt loop, so I got to stop eating all that good stuff.
So, what do you think of this, Mr. Yank? James said earlier that he heard from that Paul, the old dog with new tricks. You know him, right? That
Yeah.
one time he said that about an average of 8 expats die in the Philippines every year. Do you think that's a good solid number?
Wow, man, you got guys in their 70s and 80s here. They're getting a bunch.
Mhm.
It isn't
Well,
because of the living, it's because of
correct.
you
Well,
don't
what I
you
said was, here we go.
don't do nothing to take care of yourself.
Well, what I said was depending on your definition of an expat, if you're looking at just the white guys, but they have, Korean expats and
Well,
Pakistani expats and
when I had an issue with West Virginia, they thought more of blocking me than to explain to me what you know.
yeah,
We did protect your phone in there, so I got my son on account with me. He could send stuff to me, and I could send, but I can't receive.
yeah,
So, so the other day, because we're doing construction with the house, I got a vehicle and a couple other things, and it's all my renewal is up next week. So that's a lot of money for all those things going on. And, I sent my wife 1,500 to cash out, and they said you have to have a paper explaining what you're from the contractor what you get what you're using this money for. That was not her freaking business.
yeah.
Your boss. I believe. Listen, those guys launder money so freaking much. It ain't fun. I
Well,
know.
James, just so you know, I agree with the Yank when if he said he had bad luck with Western Union, we did too. We actually had Western Union hacked a couple of years ago, and we had a fight to get our money back, and it was about $3,000, but we finally got it back. But yeah, we don't ever use Western Union.
I told them. Well, I have different options. I have a few options, but I told them. Well, we detect your phones in the Philippines. This is last year, and I said, so what? What about it? Well, why you try entering 20 and 50 so much? Because you're not helping me. You're not making me help me understand how this stuff works.
Yeah,
You know. Then they blacklisted me. I thought they should have spent a lot of time telling me. Uh, can't you see the pattern here? I sent the same amount for since 2019. You know, if I was looking to rip off somebody, I'd be taking more than that out.
yeah, yeah. Well, Henry says that he can still lie about his age to a point. And this is true. The other day we met with Henry. Henry is coming through Arkansas. So we had dinner with Henry, and he met us out in the parking lot. And Laura, as we pulled up, he was outside leaning against his car. And Lorelai said, "Oh, I bet you that's Henry." And I said, "No, that ain't Henry. That's a young looking person. Henry's an old ass guy." So Henry can lie about his age still.
I had it good for a while, but I could care less now. I really could, man. I mean, enough of that shit trying to make, people the age thing. I just
Yeah.
take it easy.
Yeah, I never worry too much about my age anymore. It is what it is, and what are you going to do about it, right?
Well, I haven't, with my info on another money transfer place, I haven't updated that because I have, I sent money through my bank from America. I haven't told them I live here.
We've been using, is it Zilla? Is Zilla what we've been using lately?
I
Is
a
that
couple
one? I think something like Zillow. Is that right? Is that one of the
it's,
money transfers?
there's a Philippine money transfer company. It's kind of small too.
Yeah, I think that's what we've been using lately. I'm trying to find it.
Anyway, you always got to have at least two out there.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
got to
that-
have and backups. I agree.
for those guys, I mean, I wasn't looking to send any more than the 500 I was sending. So, and then they, I think I call them up periodically, tell them what my name is, and they hang up on me.
Because they're smart. Oh.
Well, it's the 1-800 number. I should try the other one.
Yeah, we rotate, and of course, when we're in the Philippines, we also use. I'm a big fan of like Charles Schwab, because I never have any fees. I have no issues. I can take, and I can do anything I want with my money without much hassle. So I
I
really like them.
I have a little bit of a simpler one. If I could send $1,500 for $4.99,
Yeah.
if people got to squawk about that, maybe they shouldn't be living anywhere. Really. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hassle. Well, with the exception of Western Union, the other one I have is hassle free. I send the money. My wife's got the number. She picks it up. It takes about a few minutes, and then we're on our way.
No, I agree. We usually Lorelai handles it all, and I think we don't pay any more than like $1.99 to send money. However, she does it.
I can't understand when I see these banks in the morning. They open. There's at least 50 people, if not more, that want to use the time machine or go inside. I mean, you're wasting an hour, more than an hour a day standing. So I get my stuff for $5. You spend over an hour. Get God knows how much.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Joe says that he can still lie about his because if he shaves his beard, he looks 20 years younger, and if he doesn't, he looks like Gary.
I could do it, but some people will say yes, and another ones say no. They can't see that. But
Yeah.
I'm not. Believe me, at this point in my life, man, I'm all about enjoying myself and everything around me.
No, I agree totally. It's
They go, they see somebody say, "Why you got gray hair now?" Well, everybody gets pricked, just about everybody. Man. So
yeah.
I don't give a shit what you think about the way I live. It was nice when I was younger. My ex-wife used to hate that because nobody ever come. She hated it when people got in.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like me to be all old and woolly looking either, but
Well, you haven't tell her. You could tell her anything too. As a matter of fact, the things you could tell her would probably hurt her feelings.
You bet. Well, I tell her that you're the troublemaker in the whole world.
Yeah. I'm the problem.
That's what I do. I tell her that you're the fault. It's
And
your
who's
fault.
for you?
Yeah. And,
And you,
so,
and they're thinking, looking at me like I'm some kind of thief and a antagonizer. You know?
yeah. You know, but so no, we had an okay Thanksgiving. Nothing special. Nothing. I mean, Lorelai was really happy with it. That's all that
You
matters.
guys, you guys have people over at your house?
Yeah, we did. We did.
How
Just
big
just
a,
another couple.
how big a turkey do you have?
She bought a 16-pounder. That's what I was
That's a,
saying earlier. My dogs got to eat a whole lot of turkey because I don't really like turkey, and she doesn't.
usually, well, I only like the white meat part. I like crispy Skinner. I don't like all that crap that goes inside of it.
See, I only like the dark meat. I'm a dark meat person.
Ugh. I had a girlfriend one time, and I've never had it before. And duck is a lot of people don't like that duck.
Yeah,
But
duck's okay.
the way she prepared it, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I've had duck a couple of times, and I've had good duck and I've had bad duck. Same thing with like alligator. I've had really good alligator and I've had really crappy alligator.
Alligator. What's that
Yeah,
taste like?
like a dark chicken, like almost like dark chicken meat.
Uh,
Kind of like a chicken thigh, a little
uh,
bit like that. The rattlesnake's the same way, and I've had really good rattle and bad rattle.
what stores do you buy that at?
The
Hey,
gator meat, the gator meat you can buy. We can buy it at the local butcher shops here. Um, so it's really not that hard to find.
got some dogs in the neighborhood going at it right now. Or hey, there's one dog who runs around here. It looks like an Irish setter. And a lot of people got these dogs so freaking paranoid. Some lady dropped something on her porch and I lay down, kind of like in defensive mode. But just yesterday, I was out at my land. My mother-in-law she's got a little, the dog looks like a shepherd with the black, all the markings and everything except for it's small. But she don't back down for nothing. The other dog, the male, I don't know what he is, but she gets on him and he backs away from him every single time. So I had some leftover pizza. I forgot I put it on the storage things up the truck. So I took it out and I put it on the road, figuring whatever dog gets. So I thought, oh, I'll take this one, the white one. I'm carrying it. It's trying to bite. And later on, it was back at the house, and the mother-in-law had a little container that every time when he got to the bottom, every time he licked it, it moved. So I pick it up to hold it for him. He starts to bite me. I whooped his butt pretty good, and he don't come around it. Not me.
Well, that's good. I don't like crappy dogs.
The
And,
other
but
dog is named Loca. She's so cute. She got the hair, the ears, everything shepherd. So her father was shepherd. I don't know what her mother.
that's what I told our dogs earlier. Daisy came in just dirty and all messy from rolling around in the dead grass outside. And I told her, I told her, I said, man, I'm ashamed of you. You're picking up dirty habits from those children.
Yesterday, we rolled up there and the father-in-law's trike. Of course, she hears that. She comes running. And the whole thing is mud, man, from the rain. Like, oh, don't jump out today. Don't jump out today. She defends my mother-in-law and me. And when that other dog would be messing around, I'd say, ow. She get after him and he go run away. She's a good guard.
Yeah.
I got two puppy ones I'm gonna take. one of my brother-in-law's dogs had puppies, uh, 3 boys and a girl. So I'm going to take 2 of them.
All right.
But I'm going to take a nastier dog in the future that spends 20 hours a day inside the cage.
So what are you going to name them?
Billy and Bob.
Billy and Bob. Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
That's
I should
funny.
name them. I should just name them all Bob, because then I don't have to remember when they died or whatever happened to them. I just keep calling them Billy Bob.
I used to have a dog named Dog.
Who?
A dog named Dog.
Yeah.
People,
Everybody.
hey, is that a dog? I'm like, no, name's Dog. Like DOG, what it is.
I know we said something Friday, but I remember.
So,
Remember watching the Pink Panther movies. The hotel clerk guy. Peter Sellers asked him. I forgot his name in that movie, but he asked the guy, "There's a dog on the floor." He said, "Does your dog bite?" He said, "No." And the dog bit him. And he said, "I thought you said your dog don't bite." He said, "That's
not
not
at
my
all.
dog."
Well, the funny thing is, years ago when I had this dog named Dog, my neighbor had a dog that looked like, remember the little Rascals, the Petey dog?
Yeah, with the circle.
Yeah. And I knew his name was Petey, but when I'd be outside with my dog, I'd call my dog Dog.
Uh,
And my neighbor come over one day, he's like, my dog's name is Petey. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, I just want to make sure you know what the dog's name was. And I'm like, okay. He's like, well, because I hear you calling it Dog a lot. No, idiot. My dog's name is Dog. Like, oh, that makes sense. I don't know why
yeah.
you kept telling my dog to come over here. Like,
I had a lab shepherd mix. His dog loved water. He had ears like a German shepherd, but his snout and everything was. And I had a pool. I dug my father-in-law gave me this above ground pool. So I'm digging. It wasn't perfect, but I dug the surface. And I'm in there, and I hear the dog bark. 48 inches high. The pool is. And all of a sudden I don't hear him. And I look, he bolted open, top it up. He didn't touch anything except water. And I'm like, oh, man. He would have a mouse in his mouth or some kind of critter. He'd never bite it, and he never killed it. He just bring it to me.
huh.
I was like a good hunt dog. My cousin bought a dog. I forget what kind for hunting, and he named it Radar, and that didn't work out. That dog was not a good bird retriever.
Well, my dogs, are badass, mean, tough, super dogs. Because when we were in the Philippines and that damn rat was in our house after the typhoon, man, and you're talking about a rat that's 50 pounds, and 10 feet long. And man, my dogs took care of that rat.
There's one around here that comes flying through here once in a while. I thought that at first I thought it was a raccoon, and he picked the yellow. I was thinking, Jesus, that's huge. But I don't know whether he's made a home or he just hides behind these boxes underneath the stairs.
Yeah.
But they're just cats are so starving around here. They'll come in right in your house.
Yep. And disease ridden.
Yeah.
The parvo in animals in the Philippines is, that was what we were petrified with our dogs, was them getting sick from all the other animals there. So, we spent a lot of money on our doggies. So to have them get sick, pick something up from one of the wild animals there wasn't the most exciting concept that we were, wanting.
Well, they got. They, some people here just tie it up with a short leash to where they can't go anywhere. But I'm gonna have the uh, wife's uncle build a doghouse out there. Something like
Yeah, and I guess I'm one of those weird guys that, you know, I think if you're going to have an animal, you got to treat him better than an animal. So I'm one of those type of guys.
yeah,
Uh,
they have to suit my purpose, but I don't have to be an asshole about it either.
right. I mean, I get it if you live out on a farm and you have cattle dogs or barn dogs,
Right.
because
When I,
yeah,
when I had that lab shepherd, his name was Buster, and when we went to Arkansas, Memphis, and we took him with us, and the hair on the back was it would stand up. We
yes.
didn't teach him. We didn't teach him not to like this, that, and the other thing. But he'd get real curious, and I would say to him, watch him, watch him. And I said, go get him. And he'd go nuts. He'd tear it up, but he wouldn't kill it. So
Well, Lily, our red dog, I mean, all wiener dogs do it, but since her hair is shorter and a little bit more coarse, when she gets agitated, she's like a razorback. She gets that big, thick line of hair popping up in a ridge when she gets really aggravated.
yeah, little ones can be a good dog too.
Well,
The little loca, I don't know what her it's a shepherd in her. The other big dogs will come around, looking for food, and she can hear them, so she barks at them. She jump up on the wall, and then so she sees those, she turns around and goes the other way.
yeah, my dogs think they're 500 pounds and bulletproof. You know what I mean?
Hello, Scotty.
Scotty in the house.
I'll be walking through it with all the other fine gentlemen here.
Scotty in the house. There we go. I'm trying to pull something up here.
Here.
Yeah, our dogs, man, our dogs take no shit from anybody. But
Look, that,
you
that white
know,
that white one over
the
there.
funny thing about
It, oops. It backs away every time the little loca goes after him. He'll turn around. That's what surprised me when I picked that ball up. He's gonna try to uh, bite me, and he was too. And I thought to myself, that's the thanks I get for beating this guy. So from now on,
Scotty, how was your Thanksgiving, man? Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I bought a couple of treats, rawhide bone too, and now that one won't get one.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
everybody
We
else.
spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Mm.
Scotty, everything is good in Arkansas, man. We are good. We thank you for being here, giving us the old thumbs up and the shout out. How was your Thanksgiving? Are you on the road? Or are you home? Or, are you stuck in a snowstorm somewhere? Things in Arkansas is good. Apparently, a lot of the people outside of the state hates our governor, but the people inside the state loves the governor. So we'll see how that plays out. I guess he has a lot of Democrats pissed off.
Oh, you will.
So he said he had a good holiday. He's in Michigan. Did you ever make it to Cleveland on time the other day, Scotty? When we saw him the other day, he was on his way to Cleveland. I think there's a song about that.
Is there? Like,
But our dogs are funny. Lily, the red one, if there's something really concerning her, not only will she bark, but she will run into the house and come directly to me to let me know there's a problem that she wants addressed. And so I have to get up and go with her outside to find out whatever the problem is.
she needed to use somebody. Maybe did get bitten out of her.
Scotty says it's always, you know,
Oh, got banana bread today.
Scotty's always on time. You know, I was listening to some truck driving music the other day, Scotty. You probably don't know this, but when I was a little kid, my dad drove a truck. And my dad is sort of a waste of human flesh, but that's besides the point. But he had good taste in truck driving music when I was a little kid, and that's where I learned how to build models from too. So, but I was actually thinking about you and some other guys the other day that we know, because I was listening to Phantom 09 and Teddy Bear and all those songs the other day on YouTube.
Yeah.
You ever heard of truck driving music, Mr. Yank?
Yeah, I heard.
You know,
I forget one my dad used to listen to. All the
Scotty says they're going to see snow on Sunday in Michigan.
Well,
Snow on Sunday.
we're not getting any here.
We're not
This
either.
is
We're going to get some rain. We're supposed to get rain, a little bit of rain, but it's not that bad here right now. But then again, it's only November, December right now. So in Arkansas, our bad weather really doesn't hit until January.
This is the first time in my life, but oh man, I missed it. Oh, well. I don't miss that. I saw it. I saw it on YouTube the other day, but it snowed, and I thought, oh man, that brings back a few memories. And I thought about how much I disliked it.
Scotty says truck driving music was pretty much country music, but then it has changed the last few years. That's true. Hey, and off topic here, Scotty, but what type of music do you listen to when you drive? I'm just curious.
Reggae.
Reggae. I like reggae.
Yeah, I do too. Salsa dancing too. That's a good.
I think the only music I really don't like is some rap and techno. I'm not really into techno music.
I don't know. No, I don't like techno. But there's I don't understand what they're saying, but there's a lot of Asian rappers that they can do it pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't speak that fast, but I think what helps them is because when they speak their language, it's fast.
Right.
And I don't care for it. There's a few that if I hear it, I'll listen to it, but I won't go buy it. I don't like it enough to make me want to go buy it.
This may sound kind of weird, but I'm actually a big classical musical fan, and really do. I love classical music. I love bluegrass. So I have kind of a weird taste. Southern rock,
Hey, we had a guy in school. His name was Eddie Weatherstaff. Kind of a nutty dude, but he was muscle bound guy. He'd whoop anybody's ass. But we were down by his house, and we were talking about music. He was going on vacation. What do you want? He liked country music. I said, "Whoa!" We all went, "Get out of here, man!" He said, I can't help it. That's what I was raised on.
I like some music,
but you wouldn't go up to that guy and make fun of him for it.
Right?
No, not him. He's a crazy guy.
Scotty
That's the
says he
country.
grew up on Zeppelin and the Stones, but now he listens to old country. Yeah. Scotty, do you do a lot of books on tapes? I got a brother who spends hours and hours in the car every day for business, and instead of listening to music, man, he does books on tapes, and he just book after book after book. So that's what I would probably do if I was a truck driver. But then again, I'd probably drive past my destination. You guys want to see a video? I'm going to show you a video. You ready?
What?
This is a birthday gift I got the other day at Thanksgiving.
That the guy you're sponsored there?
Yeah, the guy in the dude with the bag, he's the birthday
Yeah.
gift giver, I
What
guess.
t-shirt?
And then this is Lorelai's turkey. Oh, we had calamari. See, I made calamari. I make homemade calamari. So that's the other thing I have. But here, I'll show you the gift that he got me.
Okay, maybe he's because he's drunk now. He can sing now, I guess. Okay.
No, I just gonna say happy birthday for me.
Did that guy get married?
Yeah, that girl next to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope you like it.
Oh.
It's a True Wood.
Look like I know what is that now.
What is that? Do you know what it is?
It's a watch.
Is it? Are you sure? Post your vet Treewood moments by using hashtag True. Oh, live True. Oh, and you get to win free gear. All right. Let's see what this is.
Gift card.
That's all gift card.
Yeah, I think so.
That's all cards.
There's inside the gift card.
It's
Everybody, say hello to Mrs. Pisces before she goes to bed.
Pisces? That Pisces or pieces?
Just say hi.
inside the cottage. I didn't touch it anymore.
I'm showing a little video there, Miss. To be yourself in a world that is consistently trying.
I don't know about everybody else here,
something
but
else
for
is the
me,
greatest
I
accomplishment.
get older too, is
I
that
may not be reading that very well now.
I like good people. You know, in America, there were a lot more good people. I mean, my experience in the South.
Please, wow. Ooh. The moment of truth.
Ready? Here it is.
Yeah,
ready?
I've been recording it. Wow.
This is everybody say hi. Thanks for the thumbs up. You guys know how I'm fascinated by watches.
Yeah,
Oh.
stay away.
Yeah.
It's magnificent.
Apparently, I'm fascinated by magnets.
There.
Ah, you still doing that watch?
Lens cleaner.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
So you come out here and visit next year.
Should we take
About
it out of
five.
the box? We're thinking about it.
I hope it
Yeah.
is though.
Oh, shucks. I don't know.
Be back next year,
Oh, look at that,
September,
guys.
I think
Fancy
24th, I
cars.
move here, and I come back to my birthday.
Oh, Juvan.
Ooh, I have to adjust this.
So that's your birthday gifts now? Watches?
Oh, she used,
Yeah. You got
She
like
was-
watches.
she used his money to
Juvan.
buy it.
He may be getting the Omega next time.
Oh my god!
Just not from me.
You got that old,
From wife.
you got that old,
That's right.
David, you
We'll
got
have
that
to
old
adjust it.
band that stretch. What is that?
Wow.
Now, this one doesn't stretch. They adjust here.
You know the kind I'm talking about? I don't know if it was plans that came out.
Wow. What you
They had
think?
those links.
I like this.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
your birthday
they
gift.
still make them.
We
You can still buy them and make them. And put them on it.
Oh.
Yay!
See that one?
Happy birthday.
So yeah, you can still buy the stretchy bands.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. What I liked it, except the
What you
the
want?
little hairs I did have on my wrist there.
Long time you.
That hurt when I got it.
Yeah, they would pinch the hair.
Yeah, they're talking a lot. Every party they talk watches.
Hey, when I was a kid, I had a Timex that had that indigo, you know, glow in the dark.
Juvan is taking
Yeah.
notes.
Always solid watch,
You did a good
not
job.
expensive.
You did a good job.
I think that one cost $5.
Oh, I like it.
Wow.
But back in the '70s.
Wow.
You like it, Boo Boo?
That's a nice one.
Really so.
All right, that's enough of that. So,
You got to watch, so you're not thrilled because you got many watches.
well, I've been wanting a wood watch, and I'm actually got another brand of wood watch I want very
What is
much.
it? Is that the brand name? Wood?
It means that the bands are made out of wood, and a
Oh.
lot of it, like bamboo, sustainable woods. It's good for the environment. And the other thing is, it sometimes the case is made out of wood, the face is wood, so there's a lot of wood components in the wood watches. So, and this one's if I remember right, a True Wood brand watch. They're out of California. So the miss says hello to Scotty B.
Miss Pisces. Your
That's
Pisces.
right. Yeah, it's a good present. Lorelai got me. If you guys didn't get caught up on it, this is what Lorelai got me. See, it's good to have a Filipino that has a job. So she bought
Without
me
a job? You should have a job or doesn't?
that has a job. So
So,
she bought
so
bought me a bike.
have you ridden it yet?
No, I got it 80% assembled.
What? Tell me with that. I'm curious to know with the electric one. Do you have a switch you throw on and off on that thing? And if you do, how fast does it make you go? Is it like? Does it compensate if you don't have to pedal?
Yeah, I'll tell you. And I did a whole bunch of research, as you know how I am. You know what I do is bonkers amounts of research. So what the bike that I got, that I picked out, that Lorelai bought, 'cause she's a good Filipino wife, you know, you got to throw that out there. It actually has a 1,000-watt motor. It's a 27.5-inch
Oh,
bike, but here's how it works. It goes up to 28 miles per hour. It has a 1,000-watt motor. It holds up to 400 pounds. It can go 4 to 5 hours on the charge. It has a range of about 65 miles.
so barely you get on there. You know.
So how they work is like this. Thank you, James. We're saying hello to the miss. Scotty says, I miss your birthday. Oh, well, thank you. My birthday is actually next week. But
Oh, man, I thought you already had it.
now, well, I did last year, but now I got another.
Hey, if I may, I think that 28 on a bike like that could be dangerous. Can you regulate that, or is it just all out 28?
No, how the e-bike works, how this particular one is, it's set up to where you can be just a bicycle, no electric motor at all. Okay, no electric access. So you can be bicycling along, and that's it. You can also put it in another mode where you can bicycle all you want, and then if you need a little throttle to get you up a hill, it will kick in and give you throttle.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Or the other way you can work is if you get really tired or you break your leg, you can get on it and just put it in the third mode and hit the throttle, and it will take you by itself.
Yeah. That sounds cool. I saw a video on YouTube. I forget who it was on there, but the person, the cops told you couldn't be on the street with a motorized bicycle.
Here, I'll show you a better picture because I've been wanting to bicycle. So
Yeah, it sounds good. I just envisioned this throttle getting stuck wide open.
so here's the one I bought, or the one Lorelai bought for me.
How much? Three. Like,
So it was regular 1,800, but it's on sale. It's on winter sale for $890 or $890, whatever it says there.
well, if
See,
you're
here's the. I got the blue color, so
no
you can
pink.
see a lot of now. I don't want pink, but here, let me show you the.
An aqua
It has
color.
1 to 5 gear levels, and so it's like a 27-speed bike.
So this is electric or gas?
Electric.
So what's the charge on these things? How long does it last? And how long does it take to charge up?
It lasts 4 to 5 hours, and it takes like an hour, hour and a half to charge up.
Do you have a meter where you can see that?
Yes. Let's see if I can find you a better picture.
Or you can
It
blow
comes
that
with a
up.
computer built in here. Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm trying to get to the right picture.
There's the meter there, huh?
You see this? Yeah, you see
Does
this
it show
device
your,
right here?
it shows you your speed and how much power you have left?
Yeah. Yeah. Gives you all the readouts. See, here's your battery indicator here, your mileage, your speed, your peak performance, the whole 9 yards. Here's
Well,
what the electric
I think that, well, that wouldn't be good if you had to one of those super distances. So, of course, you don't want to pedal 2 miles, but you could pedal a third of it and let the motor do the rest. But for me, a mountain bike for me is I don't know about around here though. I need a little protection, But,
Well, and I didn't buy a mountain bike. I bought not a street bike, but a trail bike, meaning like sidewalks and gravel trails, but definitely not a mountain bike because I don't mountain bike.
wow, it's just I won one from a bowling tournament like for $6. The bike,
Yeah.
the bike at the time was like 90 something. And they had just come out, so the prices were.
Well, Scotty, here's the deal, my friend. Back years ago when we first got married, I was actually bicycling a good 20 miles a day, 3, 4 times a week, and even some days doing longer. I really got into bicycling. I dropped over 200 pounds bicycling. So I really got into it. And I really loved it. So when I
I'm
got married,
curious.
I bought Lorelei a bike to go biking with me. She rode it once, and it sat in the garage the rest of the time. So
She said, "F this, man. I ain't doing this one." So you put yours up too. Is there any bike trails or somewhere you can ride where it's decent, or it's pretty safe? Or else?
there is. We live in a part of the country that has, oh God, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles of bike trails that are designed for just gentle bike riding. So concrete trails, asphalt trails, gravel trails, but it's all very safe and easy biking. So we live here, it's called the Green Belt. So we live where you can bicycle literally from South Fayetteville to almost the Missouri border. So just hundreds of miles of trails. Everywhere you go, every park has nice trails. So yeah,
So are you going to utilize this bike? Or?
I am. I even rode mine after Lorelei refused to ride hers. I rode mine until I got really sick and my knee surgery. And I had a heart issue become worse, and then I had to have my knee replaced. And I really didn't get into riding too much then. But with this, my thought is since it has the electric assist, if I'm running and if I'm bicycling and if my knee swells up, I can get home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll be riding as soon as the weather's good.
You got a knee and an ankle on the same foot, or is it one side?
Yeah, it's kind of like the mopeds, from back in the day. A lot like the mopeds, except for these are more pedal
Boy,
than they are not.
I remember those mopeds being like, "Ooh, man, it's like a motorcycle."
Well, and yeah, they had a little gas engine with them, but what was the pedaling for? Just to get the motor started? Wasn't the way those were?
I rode on one. Pedaling that sucker was a pain in the head.
I think the one I rode on as a kid was you didn't pedal, you got on it and you pedaled it, and that started the bike.
That
Once
sounds.
you got going, is like a little, like you said, Scotty, a little gas engine. But otherwise, you didn't really pedal the bike at all.
It's about 55 years ago.
55 years ago.
Oh yeah, no, 55, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
Scotty's saying that if you ran out of gas, then you could pedal the bike home. So,
That's a good idea, just as long as you do it that way.
yeah. They were fun, you know.
Don't cheat yourself.
I mean, mopeds were cool in the day, back in the day.
That's like a common guy, a way of riding a cheap motorcycle with a moped.
I wonder if they even make mopeds anymore. Do they make mopeds?
Yeah, that's right, Scotty. They were heavy. That's why I was talking about. That's why I was talking about the pedaling part being such a pain in the ass.
I don't think they make them anymore, do they?
I don't know. I think that it's one of those things where they made a better mousetrap here, so they wouldn't bring that back. They're all about weight, like material weight.
Yeah, I can't find anybody that sells them, unless they're used. Yeah, I would like to have one. Very cool. Mopeds. That's taking you back to the olden days. For a bunch of you old farts.
Yeah, those things were like having a 100-pound rock with you when you're pedaling.
Yeah.
That was more trouble than it was worth.
Yeah, well, and that's the one drawback to these e-bikes. Like, for instance, the one that we got weighs 70 pounds. Yeah, I'm Googling it, Scotty, to see if I can find a new moped, but I can't find any new ones for sale. I can find used ones, but
Oh man, it started getting cold yesterday, but today this morning I really feel.
well, that's too bad. We can't get mopeds anymore.
You watch, somebody will come back.
Well, I mean, the little scooters I think are really cool. If you just for fun, I mean, they wouldn't be any good. I don't think they're very good in America because our roads you go so fast on.
There's a problem in the city by us with people riding them in and out of traffic. It's just a danger, and on the side, all over, acting up the sidewalks, streets, and they would park it wherever because the thing had a signal on it.
Right.
And whoever the vendor was would come pick it up.
Yeah, Scotty, when I first studied e-bikes, what I learned was, granted, even if you took away the electric motor and the battery, they're still heavy. They're made out of really strong gauge. There are some lighter ones than 70 pounds, but even the frames are still pretty heavy for a bicycle. So, but then you throw in the battery pack and the electric motor in the hub, and you jack up the weight quite a bit. So, yeah, mine weighs 70 pounds.
Ooh.
So I don't know. Going to be a challenge to get it in the back of the truck.
Yeah, and you got a knee issue.
So
We get the wife there. Have her jacked it up for you.
there you go. You have Lorelai throw it in the truck.
You tell her. You tell her instead of using that power by your jaw, use it on your arm.
Scotty's thinking of the Segways, right? You thinking of a Segway?
Oh. Segway. Let me tell you about those Segways. How they in the city they would people pitched and moaned that they were entitled to put those on a bus. So the problem I had with that, because I drove a bus, was if there is a person with a scooter, you only get two of them on there. That's you couldn't kick that Segway off, and that person And that scooter would have to sit there in the rain or whatever it was and wait on the next. And I thought to myself, if you're physically able to ride a Segway, why would you put it on a bus? Anyway, it's just, if you're that so health condition, then, why buy it?
Yeah, and they got a lot of new versions of the Segways out there.
I
They've
personally, as being a transit operator, I do not care for somebody's, being inconsiderate for somebody that's bound to that scooter. That to me hurt me so.
Yeah, let's see how much a Segway costs now.
Well, we had bike racks at the front, but now they have ones you can put 3 of them on. But
The Segways are a whole lot cheaper now than they ever were. Man, let me tell you. Talking about, $2,200 to $400 to $600.
if your balance ain't that good, if your balance is not that good, don't be on one of those anyway.
No.
No, they're not. It's just a finesse thing, kind of like you ever did a floor buffer where you gotta, at first you wham, you slam it all, then you learn how to
Balance it.
Yeah, you don't need to hold on to it as hard as you think you do. Yeah.
No, a floor buffer, you basically you dance with it. I was telling James about teaching somebody to drive. I try to teach them how to drive by dancing, and that's what you do with it.
Hey, they look. When I was in the army, they I forget where we were at, and this office had cubicles that they put up. So I'm in there, never ran a buffer before. I start that thing up, and then wham, bam, smacking it off the walls, and this major came out. He goes, "Oh, that's okay. You can go." I mean, I was waiting to hear the glass breaking on the picture frames.
Yeah, I think
I like the way David's the bike thing. Stack. You could do that with a Segway. You get the balance thing, but if it's I believe it's hard to maneuver in and out with tight spots.
I think the outdoor Segways are probably the coolest now. They got a version now that are designed to go off road, and those are really cool. And then, of course, have you seen the Uniboard? So it's like a skateboard with one big fat tire in the center of it, and you straddle it like a foot here and a foot here, and there's a tire here, and you ride it like a surfboard outdoors.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, what are they called? Uniboards or something? They're really cool.
Oh, well, you know what? If I'd had all this stuff when I was a kid, my God, I'd had more concussions than I had already.
Yeah, what are those called?
I've had a lot of them. I saw Brett Favre talking on some a gathering of guys and forming their opinions or whatever the subject was. And he's like me. Sometimes he say the same word over and over. He's too times.
Here, I'll show you a picture of one.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been a good skateboarder because that's one of those things that I just.
Have you seen this before?
I have not. Did you blow that up? You got a video on it? Or what?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I can blow it up. Let's see.
Who sells those? Are bike shops?
Yeah, the internet. They're
How much?
let's see. Let me see if I can find it for you. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
I think they're about $400 to $500. What are they called again?
Unicycle?
One wheel skateboard. I'll see if I can find them. Find a price. One wheel skateboard. I had a friend that was going to buy one. I think back a couple of years ago they were like $1,000, but I think now they're a lot cheaper. Because I see salespeople, who's trying to sell you shit. You know, well, I guess a good one is still $1,000. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
I'll show it.
Yeah, the difference between me now, Scott, and back then was I could get up right away back then. Now I check myself in again to make sure everything works.
Can you see that one?
Yeah, $919.
Yeah.
How big is that tire? Is that a lawnmower? A riding lawnmower size?
Wheel size is 11-inch. So yeah, it's about a riding lawnmower back tire.
Mm.
It goes 20 to 30 miles, 1,000-watt motor, 11-inch. Yeah.
11 miles. Wow, that's
Now,
and I
25
bet
to 30 miles. It has
I
a
bet
range
any
of
money
25.
that's heavier than a mother, and if you have to carry that or lift or push it.
Can you see these right here? These you kind of sit on. You see these have foot pedals right here, and so you put your feet on them. You can stand up, but if you need to, you can sit on them.
Well, it's just a different way of getting hurt.
Yes.
It's amazing, though. I mean, these things are well balanced, though, but still, I'm used to maneuvering in and out of trouble with the bicycle.
What happened to the Hummer board or the hoverboard?
Maybe a hover.
I know we had the hoverboard.
You're thinking Hummer, that's later.
Or the hoverboard.
Where's the wife?
She's at a wedding tonight. That's why I went live because I
She
had
had a
nothing to do.
You want to go to a wedding?
She's at a wedding. No, I don't want to go to a wedding. Well, I remember these, Scotty. These the hoverboards, they were the ones that the batteries kept catching on fire and burning. So they're not as popular anymore because they blow up or melt or something. No, Lorelai went to a wedding, so and there's nothing on TV, so I thought I would.
How many people you got on there?
Just 9 of us.
I saw the boys in the background.
Yeah, there are. There's people in the background. We had Scott.
You probably could have had a entire show on that e-bike thing.
Have the show on the what?
E-bike thing,
Oh, the e-bike? Yeah. Well, I made a video of me trying to assemble it, but I don't think I'm going to publish it because I look like an idiot because I can't figure out how to put.
Problem with the idiot people in the city in America, in Milwaukee, that use them is that they abuse them. And I when I was a kid, I was 12. I think I was 12. When I was in Ohio. I lived there in Ohio. One of our the only department store we had, you had to pedal out onto a portion of the where the highway ended to go to the store. And I was too lazy. I told my cousin, I don't want to. I'm not going. And it turns out that one of the kids on the way back was doing that, weaving in and out. And he got hit by a car and got killed.
Damn.
And that guy was calling my cousin Steve his son. He was so messed up. He had another son, but it shows that disregard to safety and just like logical thinking. They just they put more stress on the rest of us that drive cars.
Well, I am going to do a video on the e-bike. After I get it assembled, I'm going to do a video talking about it, explaining why I bought it, blah, 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 and the features of it. So I am going to do a video.
You should do one riding it.
I am. And I bought this to go with it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you snapping on the
So
handlebar.
this goes down to the handlebar, and you put your like your
Uh,
GoPro.
I would have. I lost my windshield one because I put it in the truck, but I would have that back to back, like with the explanation, and then do right. So it's kind of fresh in people's minds,
Yeah,
with the questions.
Scotty
My
said,
my younger sister's boyfriend's got a Tesla, and I said, "How is that?" He goes, "Why does everybody ask me how it is?" I said, "Because nobody has one. If I knew about it, I wouldn't ask you. But if
Yeah.
it's that much if it's that much of a problem to answer the question, here's the door, dude."
yeah, I'm going to do some videos on the e-bike. I'll do some riding videos where you get to see me ride, maybe not looking at me, but looking at the scene.
No, you're part of the. It's your the way you handle it. Maybe the words you use, the expressions you have. As to, I think the wife could go on the other bike and do a pretty good video.
No,
Yeah,
the wife would follow me in the car, but she would.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the scooter. Yeah, she would drive my electric scooter. Yeah, maybe we can do that.
Well, that would be interesting. Yeah.
The little handicap scooter. She likes to drive it.
Hey, you
So,
better put a helmet on that head of hers, man. Knee pads and all that shit. Wrap her up in duct tape.
James is asking, David or Mr. Yang, I don't know, is there sales tax in the Philippines?
I think it's built in to the whatever you buy. I think I after buying this truck, it seems that all the taxes are paid when it enters the country. Because when I bought that, they had their price set and they made no mention of but the taxes will increase then, and they didn't. So if that works like that, then it probably does. But they
Yeah,
don't
you
have
don't,
this.
yeah, you don't
You
pay
don't
sales tax on food and stuff.
you don't go to buy one and then they go, oh, there's a 8% sales tax.
Yeah. There are certain items in the Philippines that has a VAT tax, a value added tax. But for
So bad.
food, drinks, clothes, it is what it is. It's all
I get that. I get those on my medicines, and that's like freaking 12%, something like that.
Yeah. And
What it would be on another product, I don't know, but that was my experience with medication.
yeah, it's on different things, and I don't know the rhyme or reason or why it would be on one thing versus the other. I don't remember if it's because those items are imported differently or how it is. You know what I mean? I'm not for sure how that is.
Yeah. Well, we're used to some states in the U.S. tax for use. That could bite your ass too, because if they're projecting sales to be 10% more, and then when actuality they have a -5, well then they're going to want to get their money some other way.
That's
But
it.
I believe based on what I've experienced, I believe that's how they do it. Oh,
Yeah.
they also buy a BIR certificate, so maybe that's another way that they're taking care of that.
I do believe this. Now, I do believe that the United States, any state in the United States, should not be charging tax on food. Alcohol, okay, cigarettes, okay, Coke, okay, but food staples, potatoes, rice, vegetables. I think it's a human rights issue, and I just don't think the government should be charging you tax on things that you have to live, or you die.
Well, there in itself could be a huge, endless debate.
And thinking of this is going to be a new call to action, and I'm working on this. I don't know if it will do any good, but I think every American who is dating or married to a Filipina, whether the Filipina is a U.S. citizen or not, what they need to do is come together and demand that the Philippine government no longer disallows divorce. Because I think it's becoming a human rights issue that all these women cannot get a divorce and have a good life. And the sad thing about this is, and I'm going to do more on this topic because it irritates me. The sad thing is, the Vatican and the Philippines are the only two sovereign nations that doesn't allow for divorce. But the Philippines, listen, the Philippines will allow for divorce if you're Muslim. Now I get it. Catholics aren't into divorce, so fine. Why can't if Muslims in the Philippines can get a divorce, why can't the Baptists or the Methodists or this or that? Now, Catholic, you got to go through the Catholic Church. I get it. Okay, fine. Because if you got married in the Catholic Church, you got to go through the Catholic Church to get it annulled. But if a Muslim can get a divorce in the Philippines, why can't a Baptist?
It's a money thing. Divorce is not. It's called annulment.
My friend.
It's called annulment here, and you can get it. You can get an annulment. It's just that the time and the price it costs. Poor folk can't afford that.
But for these women that are looking, that would like to get married to somebody from another country, most people in another country can't spend $10,000 and $15,000 just so the person can get an annulment. And it's not right. I believe that it's truly a human rights violation to keep these women down, to keep them in suffrage, versus allowing them to get a divorce at a reasonable cost, a normal cost, in the normal time and speed, so that they can go on to have a better life.
Yeah, but like anything else around here, when they have it like they have it, whether you like it or not.
I know, but this can be changed. It's for the betterment of the people of the Philippines. So there's already been a couple of movements on the books in the Philippines, and it just hasn't quite passed yet. But they've nominated it up for law to change the law. They've got the stipulations like if you've been married, if you've been separated for 3 years, then that's one of the conditions that qualifies you for divorce. It just wasn't passed. So what the Filipinos need to do, and we need to do, is encourage people to go to their local congressmen and representatives in the Philippines and say, we want this.
Yeah, you know what though? That's their biz, man. It would take eons and eons to get that started. Yeah, I know. When you buy, James, when you buy stuff at the fruit market and all that, it's different. If you go to in a department store, and that's where you have that VAT thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was wrong. It was not to mention that, but I think as it is when I buy like fish or vegetables, apples. So that is, and it's rather ridiculous. But interest rates on if you're making payments, I don't think they allow you to get out of it early. And that's like 40-some%. Some guy out in Palawan he had a channel, him and his wife, and he 42%. You're paying for if you have a car and you have a loan, 5 years. 42, man. Can you imagine it? When I went to get mine, like I said, it must. When you see that conductor sticker on the windshield and the back window, that's when they come in, and that's how they got they're assigned a number.
Yeah.
So those don't mean anything after you buy one here, but nobody ever takes them off because they're a pain in the ass. I think they had here like a duct tape or something.
Yeah. I agree. It's a little. Yeah, there's good and bad in all of it, But then again, if you buy land and stuff, you can get it financed with no interest.
Yeah, a lot of folks around here
we bought a bunch of land, and some of it we bought because they offered us no interest, and we could just pay it out. The other land we just paid cash for.
When my 545 was up for taxes, we bought that like 10 years ago. You know how much my taxes were? 41 pays.
Yeah, it's a big difference,
Now,
right?
Now there's a house, and I got that other separate lot because where the road and there's a lot of oh my God, frickin' mud. You would even pay to get a car wash. I think that's how that works, James. Is it's high because when I buy my medicines, man, it's high. But what am I gonna do?
Yeah. No, you got to pay it. I mean, you got.
Oh, sure.
I mean,
I-
medicines.
They got me by the short hair than that.
You know, it just we had trouble finding. You know, that's one thing I tell people is some of the medicines you can find. Some are much harder to find in the Philippines.
Yeah,
So-
you get the what do you call it, brand of possible?
I mean, we had a hard time finding baby aspirin. Baby aspirin. 82 milligram
Well,
aspirin.
my experience where I pay attention to that receipt is when I go to get the medicines. 12%, that's phew.
Yeah.
You know what? After a while here, you gotta get what you gotta get. You can't spend your time worrying about. So my wife, I send my wife in there instead of doing this shit every 3 weeks. I go by 2 months, and when she goes to buy them, like the one for the ulcer, for what's called Serapate or something.
Right.
Those have 90 pills in a plastic bottle, but I take 4 a day.
Yeah.
So that don't last that long. And they asked my wife once, they said, "Are you selling these?"
Now I got a sick husband.
And some of these pharmacies are out of it, out of whatever. So you have to go to another one.
That's what we found was there is no consistency. And even if you use a local pharmacy and you try to use it over and over and over, they can't guarantee you that they can get it. That's what we found.
Well, other than the tax thing here, life is pretty good here if you got a decent amount of money to live on. I'm due for a colonoscopy next year, but I'm only coming back for 4 or 5 days from my son's wedding, and then I'll be back. So
Yeah.
I'm looking ahead. I paid $1,200 to have a uvula. That's that little punching bag looking thing at the top of your throat. Paid $1,200 US dollars for it. The only thing that sucked was I had to go visit all these doctors, so the cardiologist, to make sure I was up, everything was I could handle it. Other than that, $1,200. I'm thinking if I flew home, that's on 2,000 round
Right.
trip. And a premium economy because I can't take coach. So that's $2,000 right there. Yeah, the insurance. I think a deductible per year is $1,000, so I have to reach that 1,000. Until I do, on that $1,200, they're probably going to suck me for $5.
Yeah.
But you know what? Oh my God! What's nice about now, I'm not there to take advantage of my health care. I mean, I retired. We have a policy by group, and your red, white, and blue card, Medicare card, they work together. And I called up once, and I said, "How much would it be if I had this, that, and the other thing?" I said, "How does that work?" She says, "The insurance company pays for all of it." All of it. And I'm thinking, God, man. I went from 244 to 42 on my cut to deduct that deductible by premium thing. Oh man. So single dental, I got 48, but that's single medical and all that. So I'm gonna wait till I get there next year and discontinue that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame you.
There's the
My
thing.
friend, we're gonna get off of here. It's 7:30 here. So getting a little late. We've been on for an hour and a half. So try to wrap it up and see if there's anything on TV. Lorelai should be getting home anytime now from the wedding she went to.
Oh, you're getting bored, are you? Oh,
Well, no, she'll be home. She likes it when I visit with her when she comes home. She'll tell me all about the wedding and all about the cake and show me
you,
pictures.
you're gonna bob your head up.
And
Oh, really? Oh, my gosh. No, try as much as possible not to elaborate on anything. Otherwise, it'll take it longer. It'll take her longer to get through it.
I never ask questions. One thing I've learned being married, I never ask questions. You know, even if I don't understand at all, I just go,
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah.
"Sounds good. I'm glad you had a good time." Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. You know, I mean, I'm very happy for it. You know, just
Yeah, you can't sound that disinterested, because then you gotta answer, you gotta experience a whole different situation.
you know, you got to change up the wording a little bit here and there, right?
You're gonna compound the problem.
That's right. You got to change up the wording to make them feel like you're interested in something that's happening and people you don't know anything about. You know.
Uh,
And then, of course, you know, with the Filipino women, they get the he and she always backwards. And it drives me crazy because she's telling me,
they can cackle, can't they?
well, you know, they tell you a story and they keep saying she, or he, and they're really talking about the opposite sex. And so I'm totally lost. How did she go take a piss standing up? I don't understand. You know? Oh, I mean, he. And the man.
Hey, if you want to find out, watch that movie, The Bachelor Party, there with Tom Hanks. That guy's in bed with he all we're talking kids and everything, and the doors open and the chicks stand up.
Taking a piss. I remember that one. I do. All right, my friend, I'm going to get off of here, and I'll be back on Wednesday morning. I know you sleep, so that's all right. But then
What about Thursdays? You don't do the Thursday, dude? No more.
not very often. We're going to do some, but not real often. But
When you do a Thursday, when you do my Thursday night, that'd be my Thursday night. Wouldn't that be? Oh, my morning, your night, right?
Thursday night here would be your Friday morning, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that works. That works out. So if you ever have one like that, just say so.
I will, and we will. We're going to do some night ones, but you know, the day one I like doing because I'm I'm awake, and it's quiet, and I can knock out one and
That
get
10 o'clock. That 10 o'clock for me is,
time for your bed.
late for me because after that medicine knocks me out after an hour.
Oh, I know, but we will do some night ones this winter and fall. So, and I may actually do more night ones because it's starting to get cold and rainy and stormy, and I don't get out much in the evenings.
It's warm here though. Pretty warm
Yeah.
here.
Well, it's not here. It's not too bad. It's 43, but when it gets really cold and nasty out, I just stay in. So, but well, we'll probably see you Friday morning if nothing else on yours.
Yeah. Friday night. Okay.
All right, man.
Adios.
Thanks everybody being here. We appreciate you. Everybody be safe. Enjoy the weekend. And I will be back at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. The Yank will be back at about 7:30 on Friday morning.
9:20 here in the Philippines.
7:30 our time. So, all right, guys, take care.
Bye, gentlemen.